Oh, I didn't see you there. My name is Dorothea Dix. On April 14, 1802, I was born to Joseph Dix and Mary Bigelow in Hampton, Maine. I eventually became the caretaker of my two younger brothers. My father was a very religious man. As a girl, a chore that I hated was stitching and pasting the religious tracts he distributed. At age 12, I left home to live with my grandmother in Boston, Massachusetts, later moving in with my aunt in Worcester. I was only 14 when I began teaching school. I myself had only attended school sporadically, but there were very limited options for women by means of profession. In 1819, I returned to Boston where I founded the Dix Mansion, a school for girls in my grandmother's house. Along this, I founded a charity school that poor girls could attend for free. During my time as a school teacher, I wrote textbooks, the most famous and well-known being Conversations on Common Things, published in 1824. In 1841, I began teaching Sunday school at East Cambridge Jail, a women's prison. While there, I discovered the appalling treatment of the prisoners, particularly those with mental illnesses. I really went to court and secured another to provide heat for the prisoners, along with other improvements. After this, I began traveling around Massachusetts, researching the conditions of prisons and poorhouses. During this, I crafted a document that was presented to the Massachusetts legislature, increasing the budget to expand the state mental hospital at Worcester. I had won my battle, but I was not content with the reforms in Massachusetts. I toured the country, documenting the conditions and treatment of the patients, all the while campaigning to establish humane asylums for the mentally ill, founding and adding hospitals in North Carolina, South Carolina, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, New Jersey, Kentucky, Missouri, Alabama, Maryland, Tennessee, Rhode Island, Illinois, and New York. I also lobbied at the federal level. In 1848, I asked Congress to grant over 12 million acres of land as public endowment to be used for the mentally ill, as well as the blind and the deaf. Both houses of Congress approved the bill, but it was eventually re-voted by President Franklin Pierce in 1854. This setback was deeply discouraging. I traveled to Europe and there discovered great disparity between public and private hospitals and differences between countries. I recommended reforms in many countries. While in Europe, I met with Pope Pius IV and personally ordered construction of a new hospital for the mentally ill upon hearing my report. 1856, I returned to the United States. When the Civil War began in 1861, I volunteered and was named Superintendent of Nurses. I set up field hospitals, first aid stations, recruiting nurses, managing supplies, and setting up training programs. I was efficient and focused, though many found me rigid and without the necessary social skills for navigating the military and bureaucracy. After the war, I returned to my work on behalf of the mentally ill. However, in 1870, I contracted malaria and was forced to abandon aggressive traveling. Despite my illnesses, I contributed to right lobbying for my cause. I took up residence at the hospital I founded 40 years prior in Trenton, New Jersey, and died there on July 17, 1887, at the age of 85. Blech. Dorothea! Though I had many admirers over my lifetime and was briefly engaged to my cousin and Edward Banks, I never married. No!
I'm really bored. I need some help right now.
Is that an F?
I guess. Oh, that is an F.
Oh!